Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. May I have your attention, please? Okay, thank you. The duality is clear. I believe this is 10th grade and this is 11th grade. Am I right? But the number of you guys is not equal. May I know why? Oh, really? Or there are still some people who are not here? Okay. Anyways, for tonight, I have given some spoiler to all of you, or at least to 11th graders, that we will have Childfree as our topic in the first night of dispute. Okay? So in case you didn't know, every Thursday we have a discussion and debate session which we call as NOD, Night of Dispute. Dispute means when you have different perspectives with others. Okay? So that's why we call it Night of Dispute. Okay. Why is this agenda important for you guys as a senior high school student? Firstly, because we want to train your speaking skill. Okay? This is the first and foremost and the main purpose of this agenda. We want you to speak. That's the main goal. Okay? Whatever comes after that is not the main goal. For example, I want to hear your arguments. I also want your confidence and your ability to speak in front of public. It's also important. But the first thing that is most important is that you speak. Okay, that's the goal of tonight's agenda. But before we come to the main debate session, I will give some, triggers. I will give you some triggers by explaining in general about the topic. So I would like to suggest you to prepare, thinking about the ideas that you may want to speak after this. Alright? So as you can see right there, we're talking about should Childfree be banned? You guys know the meaning? Should Childfree be eliminated or not? Like that. So we're discussing whether Childfree should be something that we agree or disagree on. Okay? So can I know how many of you never heard about this word before? Any of you who never heard about this word before? Not yet. Okay. Therefore, we're going to discuss, next slide please. This is the table of content. Next slide please, yeah. So we're going to discuss 4 major points. Firstly is the definition, secondly is some fun facts, and then what supporters say, what opponents say. Next. Okay, I know this slide is very boring, but I think the important is the content itself. Okay, so I'm sorry for the boring slides, but I hope we can read the content together. Firstly, the definition of child-free is the condition when a married husband and wife or a married couple choosing not to have children. They can, and they have the ability to do that, but they don't want. And you have to understand the difference between child-free and childless. Any one of you knows the difference between child-free and childless? Anyone? Or anyone wants to try? Yes?
If they're free, they don't have any child. If childless, they won't have any child.
Okay, what's your name, buddy? What's your name? With a J? Jiran. Thank you, Jiran. So Jiran was correct. Some people, some experts define child-free as simply married couples who don't want to have children at any cost. But childless, meaning that you actually want to have children, but you cannot, maybe due to your physical instability, or you have a communicable disease that you don't want to transmit to your children. So that's the difference. However, some experts do say that child-free and childless are the same thing. People who don't want to have children no matter what. So regardless of the definition, we're talking about married couples who don't want to have children at any cost. Okay? And according to Merriam-Webster, this term is not new. This term is not new. It has been a topic of discussion since more than a century ago, in early 1900s. You can see right there? Before 1901, 1901. But it has been being a viral topic of discussion recently in this modern era. So, including in Indonesia, we know some people have been talking about this issue as influencers in front of the media. That's why I think this issue is interesting to talk about. Move on to the next slide, please. Here are two fun facts. Firstly, all Abrahamic religions such as Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, our religion, place a high value on children and their central place in marriage. So I believe if you are religious enough, if you are a Christian or a Jewish or a Muslim, having children is something that your religion loves you to have, right? It is something that is highly admirable, highly suggested in your religion, if you're a Jew, a Christian, or a Muslim. However, the trends among influencers nowadays say that I think I'm not going to have a child, regardless of their religion. The reason behind it, you can see in the next slide. So these are some of the ideas of the supporters. Supporters mean they support the idea of child-free. Mainly, the ideas or the reasons are five. Yeah? Physical, psychological, economy, environment, and personal. Physical, for example, like childless people. They want to have child, but they have a disease that can be transmitted to children if they have children. Or maybe they're not ready. The body is very weak, or they're just not ready with, especially women. Some women are not ready to have, a fat belly, and then all the sickness, everything that a pregnant woman endures, basically, they're not ready. Or psychological. Maybe some of them still have childhood trauma. They grew up in a toxic family, where the definition of family in their head is all about, hatred, hurtful things, toxicity. So they don't know how to raise a good family yet, because they grew up in a toxic family. Or maybe they have other psychological reasons, maybe depression, maybe they're stressful, and so on. Economy, I think it's clear. Many married couples are not ready economically. They feel like they still have so things to fulfill, like house, car, and if they raise a child, that money would not be enough. Because raising a child will cost you a lot of money, right? And then environment. Environment is basically associated with overpopulation. As we know, every day there are many human beings, new human beings being born. And we know that the earth does not have enough place for everyone. That's why they want to cut overpopulation, but then some of them would rather like to adopt babies who are already born but abandoned by their parents, right? So they would rather adopt another child that is already born rather than giving birth to a new child, like that. And then the last reason is personal. Personal reason can be anything. For example, maybe some people don't want to have children because they don't want another person to be born, only to have boring life and toxic life. They will end up working from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. and like that. This become another burden to the earth. They don't want that to happen in their family. So, or talking about afterlife, for example. If I have a child, my child will always have a probability to go to hell, right? Because you know the concept. If someone is born and then pass into the teenager period, then the sins will be counted. And the world is full of fitna, so they don't want to have a child because the child will be exposed to fitna and then will go to hell. That's an example. So, next slide, please. What about the opponents? What about people who don't agree with Childfree? What do they say? These are some of the ideas that they have. Firstly, selfishness. Selfishness refers to something like you are not grateful with your life. You are not grateful with the body that God has given you. You are not grateful with, with your husband or with your wife. And then they would say, what's the point of getting married if you don't want to have a child? Why? The goal of getting married is to have a child, right? Because it's our natural instinct. We get married to have a child. That's what the opponents say. And then some of them also say, who will take care of you when you are old, if not your child? And then also, particularly people from Abrahamic religion, but I'm taking a Muslim point of view because we are Muslims. So an Ustazah said that Childfree is a concept coined by feminists who echo the politics of body or body politics. Or in other words, it's a secular idea. Secular means you separate religion and life. So religion is something and life is something else. There are two different things. And she said that this idea is a concept brought by radical feminists. So why should we believe people who say that LGBT is okay? Because secularism says LGBT is okay. Secularism says having no religion is okay. Why do we believe in people who say those things like that? We have to follow Islam, right? In Islam, we have Tazawwadu, Al-Walud, and so on and so forth. So, if we get married, we have to have children. That's the opponent's. Then also nikah is ibadah, right? So, these are the main highlights that we have in this topic. So now guys, I want to have 4 volunteers from you who will talk about agreement and who will talk about disagreement. Remember, it's not about representing your idea, okay? I just want to hear your speaking. So tonight is not about, oh, I am a Childfree believer, I'm not a Childfree. It's not about that. We can keep that in your heart. You can keep that in your heart, but for tonight, I just want you to pretend, like play a role that you agree or disagree, regardless of what you think in your heart, okay? You got it? Okay, yeah? So may I have people who want to agree with this idea tonight? Agree dengan Childfree harus ditiadakan atau tidak agree boleh ya? Yang tidak agree dengan Childfree, 4 people, can you raise your hand? Untuk maju, terus nanti kita adu argumen. Anyone? Mesti ada hadiahnya. Hadiahnya ada mobil. Gila mampu. Anyone? I count to 5 ya. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kalau nggak ada, ya udah kita sama sini aja acaranya. It's okay. Jadi ya udah selesai. Ayo, ada yang mau maju? Ini bukan tentang saya nggak peduli kepercayaan kalian yang mana. Saya cuma peduli sama speaking kalian aja gitu. Jadi jangan khawatir akan dijudge habis ini kayak ini ya Childfree enggak, kita nggak kayak gitu ya. Jadi kita akan adu argumen, tapi bukan berarti argumen yang kalian bawa itu adalah argumen yang kalian percayai. Ini cuma drama aja, play pretend. Oke? Anyone? Ayo guys. Kalau nggak ada ya udah sampai jam segini aja. 5, 4, 3, 2. Pasti dalam hati. Pengen Yes, bisa. Sahib, please come forward. Ini yang nggak setuju. Nggak setuju sama Childfree. Setuju sama Childfree. Yang setuju sama Childfree di sini. Okay, these people agree with Childfree for tonight, yeah? Okay, thank you. Now, who wants? No. Ini agree dengan Childfree. Ini yang disagree dengan Childfree. Kalian boleh bawa argumen apapun, mau bawa agama kayak budaya kayak sains kayak asal. Jangan logical fallacy ya. Jangan cacat logikanya. Jadi pakailah argumen yang logis gitu, bukan argumen yang salah. Yes. Dalil boleh kan? Dalil kan maksudnya sesuai dengan data kan. Yang kelas 10 harusnya kemarin kita belajar logical fallacy tapi nggak jadi. Tapi saya sebenarnya udah nempel di mati. Misalnya kalau udah baca itu bagus. Tapi nanti kita saling mengingatkan aja ya. Kalau misalnya, oh ini logically fallacious gitu. Ayo, kelas 11 juga nggak apa-apa kok. Karena kelas 10 mungkin nggak mesti sama-sama kelas 10 atau 11. You can be from different grades. Okay, thank you. 2 more people. Hello guys. Yang pengen tapi malu.
Ya.
It's okay.
Masuk bro.
Okay. Another one. Guys, this is English class, okay? I just want to hear your English, not your argument. Kalau nggak tahu artinya, bisa tanya aja. Jadi kita santai aja. Oh, Faiz ya? Oke. Jadi ini yang agree sama Childfree, ini yang disagree sama Childfree untuk malam hari ini. Peraturannya ini ya, guys. Dengerin dulu. Jadi 4 orang ini kita bagi ke 4 role atau tiga role atau tiga tugas gitu ya. Orang yang pertama akan dikasih introduction. Nah, orang pertama ini akan bicara pertama, tapi nggak boleh di depan. Jadi dia cuma kasih introduction tentang kenapa Childfree itu harus didukung, atau ini kenapa Childfree itu harus tidak didukung. Gitu. Itu orang pertama ya. Jadi nanti dari grup ini jangan beri dulu satu orang ngomong 30 detik, habis itu baru dari grup ini 30 detik. And then after that, the second person will speak about sama sih, hal yang sama, tapi dari segi yang berbeda, gitu. Alasan-alasan yang berbeda. Nah, di orang kedua inilah tim sebelah boleh mendebat. Caranya angkat tangan, ya. Jadi kalau angkat tangan, interruption kayak gitu, interruption. Terus orang yang di debat harus boleh sih, boleh nolak atau boleh terima debatannya gitu. Nah, yang berbeda dari debat kita ini adalah audiens juga boleh mendebat gitu. Tapi sama ya, kalian bisa mendebat cuman pas orang kedua dan orang ketiga yang ngomong. Kalau orang pertama dan orang terakhir yang keempat itu nggak boleh didebat. Karena orang pertama itu introduction, dan orang terakhir itu closing statement. Jadi closing statement itu basically ngasih conclusion atau kesimpulan. Kenapa harus Childfree atau kenapa nggak boleh Childfree gitu. You guys agree with the rules? Clear semuanya ya? Can you test the microphone first? Is it working?
Change.
Is it working?
Yes.
So who will be the first man from here? Ya? Enggak? Enggak dulu. What? Lebih ke idea sih. You don't agree with Childfree. Kalau kalian sendiri, berarti ya yang tidak mendukung Childfree loh. Jadi harus punya anak gitu. Kayak Islam lah, Islam. Ini yang sekuler. Iya Islam. Tapi nggak harus bawa agama juga sih. Gitu. Who will be the first speaker from here? Ngomongnya di kursi aja Pak. Oke. Kafila from here. The first speaker, okay. Your time is 30 seconds. Tapi conditional ya. Kalau misalnya mau 20 lebih, ya udah. Okay. So we'll begin with the group which agrees that Childfree is good for you. Okay, please, the first speaker, you may begin. 30 seconds.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So we will disagree. Agree. Sorry. Agree of Childfree. So why we agree with Childfree? First of all, from the previous slides that we watched, the reason why people couldn't have children is maybe from physical, psychological, economic, and personal, and the most initial reason why we should support Childfree is overpopulation. Imagine if a city, is overpopulation, and yeah, your mortalities every day will be so uneasy and tolerated. Okay, so
Okay, thank you. Now introduction from the opponent. Time is yours.
Bismillah. We are from disagree for Childfree that we like this. What you propose to get married is that we train our nafsu, and then how if you get married and then you having sex, but but that that doesn't give us anything. We just having sex only doesn't give us anything, and very bored, right?
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Time is up. Now we move on to the second person. Jadi second person ini boleh bawa argumen baru atau boleh juga refute argumen yang lawan gitu. Jadi bebas. Your time is 1 minute. Dan kalau misalnya kalian mau debat, angkat tangan ya. Gitu. Oh, good for it.
As you say that we cannot do our hasrat to do without disagreeing, without agree about Childfree. As you know that we have social media like some kind of YouTube that you can watch if we say hasrat.
You can say pleasure.
For content, yes. Or you can do something in the bedroom maybe. Then you can put it in there. Okay? So you don't need to take hasrat just for the child, you know.
Hasrat means pleasure. In English. Pleasure. Oke, ada yang mau interrupt mungkin idenya dari audiens mungkin? Decide. Oh, desire. Ya, desire. Desire itu hasrat, pleasure itu kenikmatan. Pleasure. Ada yang mau interrupt the idea dari audiens mungkin atau dari opponent? Gak ada ya, oke. Okay. Then move to the second person here.
Bismillah. First of all, I just want to deny that Puji's brother Tohet tell about it. The first one you say that it makes overpopulate of Earth. Yes. As we see this, you have to understand nature has their own way to decrease that our population. You may see the example of disaster that what is many happen right now, right? The second as we know in Islam that we have to menurunkan our desire that by having sex, but now you cannot restrain that people have to be like only have 2 child for every family. That because it kind of cruel, that from my opinion. So just let there be. Okay.
Wait. Cuma satu orang yang boleh. Oke, the third person from, ada yang mau review idenya dari sini. Review itu maksudnya membalas ya, atau mau adu argumen? Gak ada. Orang ketiga langsung.
So as we know, like India, it is a very huge population there, and logic is not really good. So we have to reduce the population inside, and we have to, you know, support the Childfree. It is a good idea. But yeah, when the population is maybe about 40 years or 50 years, they will not productive as they at teenagers. So we have to support the children, and we will decrease the number of population. Yes, who don't productive. So we will keep every work as teenager in every place.
Okay, thank you. Any refutal? Any argument, counter argument from audience? 5, 4, 3, 2, okay. The third speaker, please.
Okay, Bismillah. Firstly, I will answer your opinion. Who's your name? Just want to say, don't break your brain with one video. Secondly, Kasaid, economy, economy, there is no relation with Childfree. That's about pemerintahan. That's
Government.
oh, that's about government. That's not because Childfree. You look USA. That's the economy is high, is up because from government, not because Childfree. And actually, Child is pintu rezeki.
What?
Pintu rezeki.
Oh, the gate to
Yeah.
the gate to whatever. Listen.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, now is there any refutal? Yes. Hayen, you want to refute? Maybe you can pass the microphone. I can't hear you.
Dia say banyak many children is many berenang. But
Yes.
many children.
Children.
Yes, many. But many of them that have that concept that not yes, that homeless.
They're poor.
Poor, yes.
Yes.
And not ready to have many children, but they have that concept.
Okay, anything else? Okay, I got your point. Thank you. Anyone else want to review the idea? Ally, please.
Last time, saya saying population, but the world going itself, Allah knows what He do. Allah said married and have children is ibadah. So, like population, and then Allah
too. And having children is ibadah. And also don't worry about overpopulation. Because the nature, with Allah's permission, will heal itself. For example, by coronavirus, right? Okay, so any other argument from the audience? Berarti terakhir ya kan? Yang ketiga, nah berarti dari sini ada yang masih argumen balik nggak? Sebelum penutupan? Boleh, boleh. Boleh siapapun.
Okay. I don't want to review any other argument. I just want to add some new argument. So we know that if there is a lot of children outside there who are actually abandoned and being helpless because their parents can't take care of them. They can't take care of them wisely. So the thing is, why we should not ban Childfree when we know that in our good, in our environment, there's homeless children. We should take care of them and adopt them. Yeah, that's the better way to then make any children.
Okay, thank you. Mau balas argumennya? Oke, silakan.
I just wanna give attention on that. Evidence that because the parents of their own wrong. So people not learn that we have to ban Childfree because if not the child fault. And the second point I just want to deny again and again about overpopulation. You will see in the reality that in Japanese, they use this concept of their life. They have having a free sex like that. They would not like to have child. So it means saying with healthy. And what you got? They populate this decrease time by time. So it makes that reserve of their own country. Anyway.
We don't go so far. Just look just look our country. In our country, there's some program that name is Kafila. That give us after marriage, that program is just make us to have just 2 children. That's good program because that can, if you say decrease the population, that can. That program can use to decrease the population without agree with Childfree. I just want to answer about Ayun last time. Like this. That's maybe because government funds. Because this is about zakat, you know? Right? This is about zakat. Just realize about pajak and thinking about zakat. That's masalah.
Any other people from this group or from the audience? 5.
The current I would say
the parents can take care goodly. But maybe other parents, he thinks before to make children, I think he thinks, oh, I cannot make family enough development. And maybe he's scared if he has children, he will be make the children yang like them in the previous life, like make the there's no purpose in the life. Maybe he doesn't ready to take care them because then he doesn't think to help you. And second, about cafe. You say cafe is semi-children. I think cafe is still have to kill. That different with children. Because that children is doesn't want to have killed because he haven't ready. And if cafe, he won't kill and cut, but maybe he want limit the children because he have limited young by I say not children. You must understand that it's different. And third, about saya tanya about India population is very much. We got population. In India, you know, in the Philippines, the parents cannot take care of them. But you say in Singapore, in other, the child is just 2 or 3 dollars, or maybe less go. Nah, it makes him can life goodly. Because then, Childfree is choice. It's a choice. Because then, I think don't ban Childfree. If you want to have child, it's up to you. But if there is people that doesn't want to have child, this not selfishness. But he want to make, he doesn't want to make many troubles in his life.
Our time is up, so we have to go to the last sentence, which is conclusion. The fourth person from this group, please conclude the session.
So yeah, conclusion is Childfree should be banned. Because children, I think children. Childfree should be banned. Because the first is Childfree is pointless for anybody else who wants to have children or doesn't want to have children. It is different. And their designs can also discuss before they act. And secondly, Childfree is controlling the population of humans. We know that maybe like natural disaster may decrease humanity, decrease population, but yeah, by our hand we can also decrease our population and make our economy, social, and other else be better. And the last is, imagine if you couldn't have a child because of your physical. Yeah. I think marriage is not about having children. Marriage is you meet your couple, meet your wife, and you fall in love and be there of the rest of your life. That's it.
Okay, thank you. From this group, conclusion, please. 30 seconds.
Okay, Gilbert is purpose to marriage, and marriage
And marriage is one of the biggest things in ibadah. So, yeah, and then in a marriage, you must be good at your physics and your financial, your economic, and another thing. So, if you're not ready to marriage, don't marriage. The marriage is for you must have a child. Marriage is not all about love. Marriage is not always about love.
But without having a child.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much for all the debaters, and you may go back to your seats, please. Oke, kita punya 3 menit lagi ya. Jadi biar cepat saya pakai Indonesia ya. Jadi gimana tadi rasanya, guys, yang udah maju ke depan? Merasa tertantang nggak? Jadi guys, feel challenge? Ya pasti merasa tertantang ya. Apalagi kepada pakai bahasa Inggris gitu. And it was a good debate. Thank you. For the first time, I think it was a really good debate. Tapi yang paling penting lagi-lagi ya, you train your English. And it's not easy. It's not easy to speak English, to give your arguments, especially in front of many people. Gitu. Jadi biar nggak kaget ketika kalian keluar nanti, karena you will have to do that anyway when you graduate from here. Gitu. Nah terus terkait argumen-argumennya tadi saya lihat udah bagus, tapi mungkin ada beberapa yang logically fallacious menurut saya ya. Ini subjektif saya, mungkin kalau saya salah bisa diingatkan. Kayak pertama, ada beberapa debater yang kita ngomonginnya Childfree, tapi dia melebar. Misalnya ngomongin ini what's your name, brother? Sorry. Zulkarnain. Misalnya dimulai dari hijab tadi ya. If we don't want to get married, we can masturbate in the bathroom. Gitu. Nah, menurut saya itu udah melebar kayak gitu. Jadi dia memberikan solusi untuk seks. Bukan maksudnya pengganti seks kan? Harusnya yang dikasih solusi adalah pengganti dari punya anak. Misalnya ini, kalau ada yang bilang kita punya anak biar bahagia. Nah, Ida harusnya kasih alasan kebahagiaan yang lain gitu. Jadi bukan yang dicari alasan itu adalah alasan untuk not having sex gitu. Jadi yang dibahas adalah Childfree-nya, bukan the sexual intercourse dalam marriage. Itu contoh aja. Nah terus ada juga tadi dibahas sama Zulkarnain ya. Dibalas lagi sama Zulkarnain, kamu tidak boleh nonton porno kayak gitu. Itu malah melewat lagi kan ke pornografi jadinya. Padahal kita Childfree kayak gitu. Jadi kalau bisa stay on the track kayak gitu. Terus apalagi ya, tadi banyak banget soalnya di sini. Tapi intinya sih diskusinya udah bagus banget, dan masalah logical fallacy atau enggak logical fallacy itu memang agak tricky. Kadang-kadang menurut saya itu logical fallacy, menurut kalian mungkin enggak, karena dia relatable kayak gitu. Dan kita ketika ngomong satu masalah, kan variabelnya banyak banget, enggak pengaruhnya enggak cuma 1, 2 gitu, kan banyak banget. Dan kalau kita mau kasih argumen, kadang kita harus kasih argumen yang menyeluruh gitu kan. Nah, cuman kan waktunya cukup, jadi kepotong waktu kalian seakan-akan kalian ngomongin itu di luar konteks. Padahal mau kalian sambungin di akhir, cuman waktunya nggak cukup gitu. Jadi, terus juga apa ya? Nah, Zulkarnain lagi. Nah, Zulkarnain juga bahas tentang government kayak gitu. Sebenarnya bagus ya, kalau misalnya Zulkarnain bilang government harusnya tidak mendukung Childfree. Nah kalau misalnya disambung ke Childfree benar, tapi tadi dia nyambungnya ke ekonomi gitu kan. USA itu ekonominya naik itu karena government. Nah jadi kayak ini bahas Childfree atau bahas ekonomi gitu. Jadi kalau mau kasih analogi, mungkin kasih analogi yang lebih sesuai dengan tema. Ini bukan berarti saya setuju atau nggak setuju dengan Childfree ya. Kita bicara ke validitas argumen kayak gitu. Nah ini kan banyak banget. Mungkin nggak sempat lagi. Mungkin di pekan depan kita banyakin ya waktu debate-nya. Jadi dari saya paling 5 menit aja presentation-nya. So we can have more time to discuss. Kalau misalnya teman-teman habis ini ada yang mau kasih saran ide untuk naik out dispute yang ke depan gimana, boleh meet after this atau mungkin kalian pengen kasih usul tema juga boleh meet after this. That's all from me. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'll just turn off the video. Mungkin ada announcement